Hi, everyone. In this particular episode, we're going to learn how to cluster the view in the heat map. So there are two buttons here that allow you to cluster the data. One is the standard cluster and then the advanced cluster. So let's just click on the cluster and see what happens. What this is doing is it's taking all the data on the protein families and the genomes, and it will show visual clusters in the heat map. It'll rearrange both the genomes and the protein families based on presence and absence and try to create patterns. So sometimes we have to wait a bit for it, but this looks pretty nice. You can see you've got across this way all the protein families that are broadly shared. And as you scroll down more, you see these other patterns. You see areas where protein families aren't broadly shared. If I look there, I notice these genomes are from the brucella that have been isolated from marine mammals. You can continue on down until you get the ones that are singletons for particular genomes. Like these are all from Brucella inopinata. And scroll all the way and see all the patterns within them. So generally, I'm looking for a nice picture and an easy way to see the data. There are different clustering algorithms that we have in PATRIC, and to see those, you can click on Advanced. And you can choose to just cluster the protein families and leave the genomes in the same place. This would be especially important if you had gone ahead and arranged the genomes in a specific order, like I described in the last video. Let's say you arranged the genomes in the phylogenetic order and you didn't want that to be messed up. Then you just click on the protein families. Or you might want to leave the protein families. Let's say you'd filtered down to a specific set of protein families, and let's say you had changed the orientation of those to the way they appeared in the genome, and you didn't want that messed up. So then you just choose genomes to cluster by. PATRIC provides a number of algorithms that can be used for clustering. Just for fun, let's click city block distance. I don't know anything about this algorithm except I like the name. So we click on that. We have 4 different clustering types. Average linkage is the default. Let's click centroid linkage just to see. And let's submit that and see how the job changes. Sometimes you have to wait a bit, especially when you have a lot of genomes that you're trying to cluster. Sometimes it can take a long time. We've recently improved the heat map view, and so it works a lot more quickly than it used to work. And so this would be the city block distance with the centroid pairwise clustering. And you can see it's changed not only the order of the genomes, but the protein families. And it just gives you a different picture. And so, it's just something you would play with. I don't know that anybody be judged by the clustering algorithm that they used, but they're just different ways to look at it. And once again, you could look at where particular genes were after they had been clustered. And so it's a pretty fun little way to look at the data. I like the colors so that we can see strong patterns. In the next instructional video, we'll be talking about anchoring the genome. Also, let me point out that after you have gone to work creating the image, you can take a snapshot of it and download it. So those are all things that you can do with the heat map view in PATRIC. See you next time for anchoring, and thanks for using PATRIC. Bye.